Alright, I just wanted to do a quick update on my experience wearing the TOPO RR. This is their lightweight racing shoe, and I've been using it as a trainer. Some people asked me told me that the sole looks actually pretty thick, but the sole actually wraps up on your foot a little bit, and it probably starts right about where this line is here, and so your foot kind of sinks down in the shoe. So it's not quite as thick as it looks, and then on the inside too, it starts about where that line is. So your foot goes down a little bit. I've liked it a lot so far. I wore it 2 weeks ago for a marathon that I did solo, and it worked really well. I wore it for a few shorter runs before that, and I took it for 26. It held up well. It was very comfortable compared to the 5 fingers that I usually wear. It gave a little bit more protection and a little bit more cushion, which allowed me to run on some rougher terrain. I actually took a gravel road that I usually don't take when I'm wearing the 5 fingers because of all the rocks and stuff like that. And so it allowed me to travel in some new places. So even it's got a thin sole, but it provides a little bit of protection and cushioning. And my feet towards the end of the marathon the balls of my feet weren't sore at all, so that was great. And then recently I just took it on a 10-miler this week. So it's been holding up good. I really like the lacing system that you use this little thing to just kind of crank the laces tight. That's really cool. So if you need to quickly adjust during your mid-run, you can just pull that out, loosen them a little, then push it back in. Alright, so one area that I was having issues with is the heel counter. It actually seems a little bit more snug and rigid than some of the other minimalist shoes I've worn. What I actually had to do was make a few slits in the back. I don't know if you can see that, but because it was a little too rigid and causing some Achilles problems. And I just did it on the left foot, and I might do it on the right as well, because it felt a lot more comfortable with that extra added room. I just made 2 slits, and that really opens it up back there a little bit, because the laces are plenty secure to hold your foot in, so you really don't need something really. It kind of felt like it was gripping my heel bone a little bit too much. It's not. I'm not sure. The design seems to kind of come up and grab my calcaneus bone a little bit too much. It's slightly more rigid. If you see, it doesn't quite compress as much as say something like that's more like a sock, like the Vibram 5 fingers. This thing really is very flexible, and it just really conforms to your heel. Whereas this, it's just kind of stiff back here, and it didn't quite fit my foot as good as I would like. But you may not have a problem with that. Compare it to another shoe that's very sock-like fit. This is the New Balance 730. In the back, there's no plastic back here or anything, just some sock-like material. So yeah, it depending on your foot, it will depend on whether you like that or not. But I like the shoe so much that I'm gonna work with it, and I'm gonna make a little slit like that, and that seemed to work for me. So overall, I've taken it on some longer runs now, and it's been holding up good. It's been performing well, and I like it a lot so far.